am Hanzo Sairon, and welcome to another game review from the gaming generation. Today I'm gonna talk about Killer Instinct Gold. First of all, I've gotta apologize for something.
All the gameplay content I recorded for this review presents graphic glitches. This is because I couldn't find a proper N64 emulator that could run KI Gold very well. I tested some emulators and this is the best one I could come up with. The reason I use an emulator is not for pirating the game. I have the game. I do not own one, but I own 2 cartridges from Killer Instinct Gold. 2 cartridges. So why didn't I record from my N64? It's because my video capture card does not work with my N64. It sucks. I'm sorry.
So that said, let's go on. This game is a sequel to Killer Instinct 1. We have Killer Instinct 1 for the Super Nintendo and arcades, released in 1994, and we have Killer Instinct 2, launched for arcades in 1996, and also in 1996 we've got Killer Instinct Gold for the Nintendo 64. The difference between Killer Instinct 2 and Gold is that the arcade ones got better graphics, but less game modes. The Killer Instinct games are arcade-style 2D side-scrolling fighters. You know, like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, King of Fighters, and so on and so on. The differential in Killer Instinct is that it's got a unique combo system that I will explain further ahead, and in the case of Killer Instinct 1 and 2, they had really advanced graphics for the time they were released. Well now, Killer Instinct Gold was not very well received. Some fans of the first game complained that 3 characters from the original roster were taken out to be replaced by 3 new characters. Namely, Riptor, Cinder and Cheap Thunder were removed from the first game, and Tusk, Maya and Kim Woo were introduced in Killer Instinct 2 or Gold. Also, there were some tweaks on the gameplay that most conservative fans didn't like. I don't know, the first one I played was Killer Instinct Gold, so I can't compare very well. All I know is that Killer Instinct Gold per se, it's fluid and dynamic. It's the kind of fighting game I like. Killer Instinct's story revolves around an evil corporation called Ultratech that creates fighters for world conquest. They work with robots, mutations, and things like that, all to build war machines and conquer things. In Killer Instinct 2 or Gold, there was an accident in Ultratech that made everyone be teleported to the distant past. And thus everybody's got to beat each other out to solve their problems, like in all fighting games. That's how things go. And this is awesome. Well now, in Killer Instinct, as in many other arcade games, you've got the directional inputs, and you've got 3 buttons for punches and 3 buttons for kicks. The weaks, the mediums, and the strongs. In all Killer Instincts, each fighter's got 2 life bars. So you die when you lose both. You could try to say that this game is divided by rounds, because it does stop for a short while whenever anybody loses one of those life bars. However, if you finish the first life bar of your opponent, your current life bar will not be refilled. Now, how the combo system work? First, you've got to start your combo with an opener. That can be a normal attack or a special attack. You can follow up the opener with an auto double, that is a normal attack that you apply after an opener for 3 hits. The auto double must be a button with lower strength than your opener, like if you did a special move with middle punch as an opener, you've gotta press weak punch or weak kick to be the auto double. If you did the opener with the weak button, then you scale up to the fierce buttons for the auto double. The sequence is fierce, medium, weak, fierce, medium, weak, okay? After the auto double, you can do a combo linker, which is a special move. After this special move, you can do another auto double, then another linker, auto double, linker, auto double, linker. After all that, you can do the combo ender. Now, you can make a combo without auto doubles. Just opener, linker, 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 ender. These are called manuals. The advantage of manuals is that they're much harder to break. Combos can be broken in this game, but they're way harder to execute as well. And understand, not all moves can serve as openers. Not all moves can serve as linkers, and not all moves can serve as enders. Each move will only serve as some of those, if any. Like, most fireballs will not be combo linkers, they will be combo enders. So you have to get the knowledge of your character to apply the combos well and do whatever you need to counter your opponent. So, not all normals are combo openers. Some specials are combo linkers and others are combo enders. And some of them can be either linkers or combos openers as well. As I just mentioned, you can break combos. To break combos, you've gotta enter the directional input that is unique to your character, and then you press either a kick button or a punch button. If your opponent started their combo with a punch, you've gotta press any kick button after the directional input to break it, and vice versa. Then you've got the ultra combos. Ultra combos are a specific input that you apply during a combo to finish off your opponent. Ultra combos will only work when your opponent is in the last life bar with its life flashing. It's one of the coolest ways to finish a match. The other one is the ultimate combos. They're more intricate commands to input, and they are like fatalities from Mortal Kombat, but they are done while your opponent is still active. Ultimate combos can be blocked, they can be evaded, so use that with caution. And most of all, this game is fluid. Due to its combo mechanics and the character's movement, it flows well. It's not one of those fighting games with way too heavy footsies, you know? It's more about execution and reading your opponent. And, you know, I just talked about the combo system and some of the features, but the game mechanics are way deeper than that. There are so many features that I won't mention all of them now in this video. Because of that, you can say that this is a game that really rewards player dedication. Let's talk game modes. Well, the basic one is the arcade mode. There you fight all the characters in the roster, and in the end you fight Gargos, the last boss. This is the evil demon that's raging upon the world of the past, to which all the characters were teleported, and some of the characters already lived there, like Dusk, and I guess Maya. Maybe even Kin Wu, I'm not sure. Fighting Gargos got a special thing to it. Even if you zero his health, he won't die unless you do an ultra combo on him, or you, like, send him upwards. After defeating Gargos, you will see a very simple cinematic sequence explaining what your character did with his life after defeating the Demon King. The arcade mode is also the regular two-player mode. You just press start on the second port controller and you will start fighting each other. One thing that I dislike is that in order to choose which stage you will play on, instead of being presented with a stage select screen, you've gotta enter a input that's not shown anywhere in the game. You've gotta look for game facts or something like that, which command leads to what stage. The first player to choose the character can choose the stage with these crazy commands, and the second player gets to choose the music that will play. If nobody enters any of those crazy commands, they will play a random stage. Yes, this is a bad thing about this game. And this applies to most game modes. Besides arcade, we've got the team battle. You make a team of from 2 to 11 fighters. You can get the same kind of fighter in more than one slot of your team. And the teams between the two players doesn't have to have the same number of fighters. Player 1 can have like 3 characters and player 2 can have 10. And you can fight either a human player or a computer player. If you decide to fight a computer player, their characters will always be randomized. So why not give the player the option to choose the characters of the computer? I don't know, but that's how it works. Then you've got the team elimination mode. It's just like the team mode with one difference. The only way to eliminate one fighter from your opponent's team is to finish him or her off with an ultra combo, an ultimate, or by managing to throw them out of the stage. If you don't do that, they will simply respawn after all the characters of the other player have already fought. Then you've got the tournament mode, which is a very, very robust mode that it's not like an actual tournament. You enter like 8 slots of players with 3-letter names and you fight each other. When you lose, another player comes into your place and you go fighting and fighting endlessly, and all it does is show your 3-letter name tag and records how many wins and losses each one of them got. It doesn't feel actually like a tournament, but it's called like that. Okay. Then you've got the practice. The practice is just that, practice. You pick a character, then you fight either an idle CPU or a human player with infinite health. And in this mode, you basically do it for training combos and learning your character's moveset. You can see all of your character's super linkers and specials on a list, and you practice them and get to know your character in depth. After that, we've got the training. The training is a series of drills. They teach you several things, 5 things in sequence. First, they tell you how to make your character specials. Then they teach you how to perform auto doubles. After that, they teach you combos, then counter moves, and finally combo breakers. The focused training is just like the training, except that you get to choose which of these 5 categories you will practice instead of doing them linearly from beginning to end. Why not making just a single training game mode with both options? I don't know. They apparently didn't work the usability design very well on KI Gold, but you know. Finally, you've got the options. And I might say that the options menu for this game is quite special because you can really customize your game experience there. There are some options that really change the pace and the way you play the game. Literally, you can change the game's speed. You got slow, normal, fast, ultra fast, ludicrous. I like to play on the 2 fastest ones because I like fast games. And KI Gold gives me this option. This is awesome. You can disable blocking. How beautiful is that? I hate stalling, so I keep it turned off at all times. I love it. You can also disable auto doubles if you want. You can make it so that you can use the ultimate combos before your opponent's life is flashing. I like to keep on the easy juggles that make it very easy to keep throwing your opponent upwards. I find it a fun mechanic to tinkle with. And there are other options or varied options, but the ones I mentioned are my favorites. But there's one catch. In order to apply most of these options, you've gotta enter a code. To use game codes, you've gotta stay on the title screen until they start displaying character bios. When a character's bios is being displayed, you enter a series of button commands and you will activate a code if you pressed right. Well, besides the extra game options, you can also unlock another few things there. You can unlock new colors for all the characters, which will be a shadow version of the character. It's just like their silhouette, a little translucent black silhouette of your character, a gold version of your character, which I like a lot, and a white skin. You can also unlock the boss, Gargus, to be a playable character. Now, it sounds awesome, right, playing as the final boss? But actually I don't like playing as Gargus. I haven't researched the metagame of KI Gold, but Gargus feels like incomplete to play. He cannot crouch. There are some buttons that you press that does nothing. He feels stiff. I don't know if you can exploit some of his moves to win easily or not. I really don't know. But he doesn't feel very comfortable to fight with. And you can't play all the game modes with him. You cannot go, for example, to practice with Gargles. So you cannot see his command list. You've got to search on the internet for it. That's dumb. Why didn't they allow you to play with Gargles on the practice mode? Yes, it seems that the KI team has some issues doing a good usability design here. That's a common issue all throughout the game. And also, all the game modes you apply will remain even if you turn off the game. Except for Gargles. If you want to play as Gargles, you've got to enter his code every time you turn on the game again. It does have a save feature, but it doesn't save Gargles for whatever reason. Okay. Now, overall, KI Gold is a dynamic, fast-paced game, which is something I like a lot. I like KI Gold a lot. As I just mentioned, the usability design is not very good. And most of all, its graphics have not aged well. The scenarios are in 3D, with very low polygon count. The characters are 2D sprites made from very detailed 3D models. They look nice, but there are some problems. For example, if you throw somebody off the Jaggles stage or off some other stages, the camera will go from the top view of the stage, which means that you should see the top of the characters, right? But no, the character that remains on the stage will be shown sideways, as instead of showing the top of their heads, you will see them sideways as if you were looking at their side, just like during the fight. And that's just because they didn't render a top view of the characters, and they lazily displayed them like that, which feels very wrong. Sometimes there are some camera problems, especially on TJ Combo's stage, for example, and the graphics in general aren't very good for today's standards. They were good for the time period the game was released, especially the KI2 on arcades, but not anymore. It doesn't work very well anymore. If you like if you are someone that valorizes graphics, you will be displeased by this game. Now the music, I like the music, it really pumps me up to fight. But if you don't like rock and pop music from the 90s, you may not like it as well. But it's some music that can really get you in the mood for playing and fighting. As I said, KI Golden 2 was not very well received when it was launched. But if you just stop comparing it with KI 1, and if you are somebody that does not care too much about graphics and can ignore the usability issues of the game, if you just focus on the fighting mechanics and all the dynamism and combo practice you can get, this game is really rewarding. I like it. The sensation of doing ultra combo and throwing your opponent off the stage as a result is indescribable. No KI play session is complete without an ultra combo and a combo breaker. It feels good, it has a very strong personality, this game's got charisma. But you know, if you prefer to play something that has better graphics and you still like the combo mechanics, play the new KI, the one released in 2013. It's still receiving huge character updates up to today. And this game is awesome. It's being on Evo, it's got huge tournaments, the graphics are marvelous. Play the new KI if you like that. If you can't afford the new KI, or if you are an old school gamer that likes that kind of stuff, go for KI Gold. That's my suggestion, my recommendation for you. And that said, this is me, Siron, out. Yes! 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 Ultra Combo! I won! Only one Glacius left, I took out 3 of his characters. Yes! Yes friends, this was another The Gaming Generation game review. Do you wanna see more reviews like that? Check out our YouTube page and our Facebook channels. Also check out my personal YouTube channel and Facebook page, Leo Siron Games. In The Gaming Generation we've got memes and other game related content like gameplays and news. On Leo Siron Games I post a lot of gameplay content from myself, and sometimes I make a compilation video or some spoof between an anime and a video game and things like that. You can check it out and have some fun there. Check out our channels and have a blast, because I know you will, friends. Bye bye. Also, besides making gaming videos, I'm also an illustrator artist. If you are interested in buying my art, check out my price list on the screen now and let me know if you're interested in something. I am accepting commissions and I am looking forward to drawing something for you. Do you wanna know who I am? Very well. But know one thing. Once you know who I am, to bear the secret of my identity will change your life forever. It's me. It's me.
Mario!